Welcome back, Money Hunters. Police Scarlight in today's episode. We're revealing the four most valuable coins that collectors are paying huge prices for right now. These coins may look ordinary, but in rare condition, they can be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Stay locked in, because one of these hidden treasures could be sitting in your pocket or coin jar at this very moment. Let's uncover the value and turn knowledge into real cash potential. Moneybag Fire. The 1963 D. Lincoln Memorial Cent is an intriguing and often misunderstood issue within the long-running series. Although sometimes mistakenly referred to as bicentennial, the 1963 D. Cent was not part of any bicentennial celebration. Instead, it stands as a regular issue coin struck during a pivotal moment in American history. For collectors, its appeal lies not in an official commemorative status, but in the possibility of acquiring exceptionally high-grade examples or rare-era varieties that command strong premiums. In top condition, the seemingly common penny can become one of the most valuable circulation strike cents of its era, making it highly sought after among advanced numismatists. Historically, the 1963 D-cent was produced at the facility during the fifth year of the Lincoln Memorial reverse design. The Lincoln Memorial type had debuted in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, replacing the earlier wheat reverse. The obverse still features the iconic portrait of, originally designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. The year 1963 itself holds profound historical weight, marked by major civil rights milestones and national tragedy, which adds an indirect layer of historical resonance to coins minted that year. While the coin does not commemorate a specific event, its production year connects it to a transformative period in American society. From a design perspective, the 1963 D. Lincoln Memorial Cent carries the familiar right-facing bust of Lincoln on the obverse, along with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date 1963. The D, mint mark below the date, signifies its Denver origin. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, depicts the Lincoln Memorial in remarkable detail for such a small coin. Under magnification, Lincoln's statue can be faintly seen within the memorial. The coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, weighs 3.11 grams, and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. In high mint state grades, the original red luster of the copper alloy gives the coin a vibrant brilliance that significantly enhances its desirability. While the overall mintage of the 1963 D-cent was substantial, exceeding 1.7 billion pieces, rarity emerges not from low production numbers, but from condition scarcity. The vast majority entered circulation and experience wear, resulting in fewer surviving examples in pristine, fully red, gem mint state condition. Additionally, collectors search for well-struck coins with strong details in Lincoln's hair and the memorial columns. Weak strikes are common, so sharply defined specimens are particularly valued. True rarity within the 1963 D-series is most often associated with error coins and high-grade certified pieces. Notable varieties include repunched mint marks, RPMs, off-center strikes, die cracks, and occasional double die anomalies. While no major double die comparable to the famous 1955 issue is widely recognized for 1963 D, minor hubbing varieties do exist and attract specialists. Coins graded MS66 or higher by leading certification services, such as PCGS or NGC, are significantly scarcer than lower-grade mint state coins. In terms of market value, circulated 1963, D-cents generally trade for only a few cents above face value, reflecting their abundance. However, uncirculated red examples in MS63 condition may command $5 to $10, while MS65 red coins often range from $15 to $30. The real premiums appear at the top of the grading scale. MS66 red specimens can sell for $50 to $100, and superb MS67 red examples have realized $500 or more auction, depending on eye appeal and population data. Exceptional error coins, particularly dramatic off-center strikes or bold RPM varieties, can also fetch several $100s. These values are consistent with broader market trends for condition rarity Lincoln Memorial cents. The driving force behind the coin's higher valuations is the scarcity of flawless copper surfaces. Copper is prone to spotting, discoloration, and environmental damage over time. Collectors place strong emphasis on coins designated RD red, indicating full original mint color, brown BN or red-brown RB. Examples typically sell for considerably less. Because maintaining original luster over 6 decades is challenging, certified high-grade red coins are far less common than raw mintage numbers might suggest. For collectors seeking a valuable 1963 decent, careful examination is essential. Look for strong strike quality, minimal contact marks, and vibrant, even red coloration. Verification through PCGS or NGC certification is strongly recommended for coins believed to grade MS66 or higher, as third-party grading provides authenticity and market credibility. Purchasing from reputable dealers, established auction houses, or trusted numismatic forums can reduce the risk of acquiring cleaned or altered pieces. Storage also plays a critical role in preserving value. Copper cents should be housed in inert holders, such as mylar flips or hard plastic slabs, and kept in a low humidity environment to prevent oxidation. Avoid PVC-based holders, which can cause long-term surface damage. Proper storage not only maintains visual appeal, but safeguards the coin's market position in future resale situations. In conclusion, the 1963 D Lincoln Memorial Cent may not be a bicentennial issue, yet remains an important collectible within the Lincoln Cent series. Its historical placement during a significant year in American history, combined with its classic memorial design and the challenges of locating superb high-grade red examples, contributes to its ongoing popularity. While most examples remain modest in value, the finest certified pieces and notable era varieties demonstrate that even a common-date penny can become a prized asset. For both new collectors and seasoned numismatists, the 1963 D-Cent offers accessible entry point with genuine potential for condition-based appreciation and enduring numismatic interest. The 1964 D. Lincoln Memorial 1 Cent is one of the most fascinating and widely collected issues in the long-running series. While it is not a bicentennial coin in the historical sense, it stands out as a transitional era cent struck during a time of massive coin production in the United States. For numismatists, the 1964 D-Cent represents a compelling blend of high mintage, condition rarity, and the potential for valuable mint errors. In exceptional grades or with rare varieties, this otherwise common circulation coin can command impressive premiums, making it highly sought after by registry set collectors and error specialists alike. Its enduring popularity stems from both its affordability in lower grades and its scarcity in superb uncirculated condition. Historically, the 1964 D-Cent was produced at the facility during a period marked by a nationwide coin shortage. The early 1960s saw Americans hoarding silver coins due to rising bullion values, prompting the mint to increase production dramatically. Although the cent did not contain silver, its production numbers were also elevated to meet demand. The 1964 issue falls within the broader era, which began in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The series continued the obverse portrait of first introduced in 1909, making it one of the longest-running designs in U.S. coinage history. The design of the 1964 D-Cent features a familiar right-facing bust of Lincoln on the obverse, designed by. The inscriptions "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date 1964 appear alongside the small D mint mark below the date, indicating its Denver origin. The reverse showcases a Lincoln Memorial, a detailed architectural rendering created by. Notably, Lincoln's statue is faintly visible within the memorial, making this one of the few U.S. coins to depict the same individual on both sides. The coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, weighs 3.11 grams, and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. Its warm red luster and pristine condition is one of its most appealing visual traits. Although more than 3.7 billion examples were struck at Denver in 1964, true rarity emerges in the highest mint state grades. Circulated examples remain extremely common and are typically worth only a few cents above face value. However, sharply struck, fully red specimens graded MS66 or higher by major services such as PGS, or NGC, are far scarcer than their mintage suggests. Many coins were weakly struck or poorly preserved due to mass production, which makes gem-quality survivors comparatively rare. Condition plays a pivotal role in determining the coin's value. In circulated grades good to extremely fine, the 1964, decent typically trades for 5 cents to 25 cents. In lower uncirculated grades, such as MS63 red, values may range from $5 to $10. However, in MS66 red condition, prices can climb to $40 to $75 depending on eye appeal. At the elite MS67 red level, auction records have shown sales between $400 and $800, particularly for coins with vibrant original color and strong strike definition. These figures reflect the steep premium collectors are willing to pay for condition rarity rather than mintage scarcity. Beyond standard strikes, certain varieties and mint errors elevate the 1964 descent into the realm of significant numismatic value. Repunch mint marks, RPMs, double dies, and off-center strikes are actively pursued by specialists. A well-defined double die obverse or dramatic off-metal error can command prices from several hundred to several $1,000s, depending on visual impact and certification. Such pieces are genuinely scarce and represent the ultra-rare segment often highlighted in auction catalogs and enthusiast discussions. Market demand for a high-grade 1964 descents has remained steady, particularly among collectors assembling complete Lincoln Memorial Registry sets. The popularity of Lincoln-themed coinage, combined with the accessibility of the series, ensures a broad collector base. Over the past decade, top population examples have shown gradual appreciation, though values remain grounded in realistic market fundamentals rather than speculation. The coin's copper composition also adds a modest intrinsic appeal, especially as interest in pre-1982 copper cents grows among hobbyists. For collectors seeking premium examples, careful examination is essential. Look for strong strike details in Lincoln's hair in the memorial columns, minimal contact marks, and original red coloration free from spotting or discoloration. Certification by PCGS or NGC is highly recommended for coins valued above $100, as third-party grading provides authentication and market confidence. Proper storage in inert holders, away from humidity and environmental contaminants, helps preserve the delicate copper surfaces that significantly influence value. Acquisition strategies vary depending on budget and goals. Circulated examples can still be found in old collections or bulk coin lots, while high-grade certified pieces are best sourced from reputable dealers or established auction houses. Participation in numismatic communities, both local clubs and online forums, can also provide valuable insights into spotting varieties and avoiding altered or clean coins. Patience is key, as truly exceptional pieces do not appear frequently on the market. In conclusion, the 1964 Lincoln Memorial set may appear ordinary at first glance, but in top condition or rare error form, it can become a remarkably valuable collectible. Its historical placement during a pivotal era of American coin production, its enduring Lincoln design, and the challenge of locating superb red specimens combine to sustain its appeal. For both new and experienced collectors, this coin offers an accessible entry point with the exciting possibility of discovering a high-grade treasure. While not inherently rare in mintage, the finest survivors demonstrate how condition scarcity can transform a common coin into a prized numismatic asset with lasting investment potential. The so-called ultra-rare bicentennial 1966 Lincoln Memorial cent is often surrounded by confusion, yet the 1966 Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin holds a respected place in American numismatics for different reasons. Struck during a transitional and economically sensitive period in United States coinage history, the 1966 cent is highly sought after today in exceptional grades and rare era varieties. While it is not a bicentennial issue, the U.S. bicentennial coinage occurred in 1975 to 1976. Collectors prize superb uncirculated examples and dramatic mint errors, some of which have realized impressive premiums. Its affordability in circulated condition, combined with strong demand for high-grade pieces, gives it broad appeal across all levels of collectors. Historically, the 1966 cent was minted during a coin shortage crisis in the mid-1960s. To discourage hoarding and speculation, the temporarily removed mint marks from coins between 1965 and 1967. As a result, all 1966 Lincoln cents bear no mint mark, even though they were struck primarily at the Philadelphia facility. This unusual policy adds historical intrigue, as the absence of a mint mark was not typical practice. The coin belongs to the long-running series, first introduced in 1909 to honor, making it part of one of the most widely collected and beloved coin series in the United States. The design of the 1966 Lincoln Memorial Cent reflects the classic layout introduced in 1959. The obverse features a right-facing portrait designed by. The inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1966 frame the portrait. On the reverse is the Lincoln Memorial, designed by, with a small but remarkable detail of Lincoln statue visible between the central columns, making this one of the few U.S. coins to depict the same individual on both sides. The coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighs 3.11 grams, and measures 19 millimeters in diameter, maintaining the traditional bronze composition used before the 1982 alloy change. Visually, high-grade 1966 cents can be stunning. In mint state red MS red condition, the coin exhibits vibrant luster and rich copper coloration that ranges from fiery orange to deep red. Because copper is highly reactive, preserving full original red surfaces over decades is challenging, which significantly enhances the desirability of pristine examples. The strike quality varies, and sharply struck Lincoln Memorial details, especially the steps and columns, command stronger premiums. Eye appeal plays a major role in determining value. In terms of rarity, the 1966 cent had a massive mintage exceeding 2.1 billion pieces, making it common in circulated grades. However, rarity emerges in top-tier certified grades, such as MS66, MS67, and above. Population reports from major grading services show a steep decline in numbers at the highest levels, particularly for fully red specimens. Additionally, scarce era varieties, including double die obverse, off-center strikes, clip planchets, and die cracks, can dramatically elevate the coin's rarity profile. A strong double die example can transform a common cent into a highly valuable collectible. Condition is the single most important driver of value for this issue. Circulated 1966 cents are typically worth only face value or a slight premium based on copper content. However, uncirculated examples graded MS65 red may sell for $10 to $20. In MS66 red, values often range from $25 to $75 depending on eye appeal. Exceptional MS67 red coins can command $250 to $500, and superb gems approaching MS67 Plus or MS68, where available, have realized prices exceeding $1,000 at auction due to registry set competition. Verified double die or dramatic mint error examples may bring anywhere from $150 to several $1,000s, depending on severity and preservation. Market trends for the 1966 Lincoln cent show steady demand rather than explosive speculation. The coin benefits from the enduring popularity of the series, which remains one of the most actively collected U.S. coin programs. Registry collectors seeking top population coins drive prices upward for finest known examples. Copper coins in high grades have historically shown resilience in the market, especially when certified by reputable grading services. For collectors seeking valuable examples, certification by major grading companies such as PCGS or NGC is highly recommended. Authentication ensures the coin is genuine and properly graded, which significantly enhances liquidity and resale value. Collectors should examine luster, strike sharpness, surface preservation, and color designation red, red-brown, or brown. Avoid coins with spots, carbon marks, or cleaning, as these issues sharply reduce value. When acquiring a 1966 cent, collectors should consider reputable coin dealers, established auction houses, or major numismatic shows. Searching through original bankrolls can occasionally yield high-grade survivors, though most pristine examples have already been certified. Proper storage is critical. Copper coins should be kept in low-humidity environments using inert holders, such as mylar flips or encapsulated slabs to prevent oxidation and discoloration. In conclusion, while the 1966 Lincoln Memorial Cent is not a bicentennial issue, it stands as a fascinating product of a unique era in U.S. coinage history. Its connection to the mint mark suspension period, its classic memorial design, and its potential for high-grade and era-related premiums give it enduring appeal. For beginning collectors, it offers accessibility and educational value. For advanced numismatists, it provides competitive opportunities in top-grade registry sets. With realistic price growth, strong historical roots, and continued collector demand, the finest examples of the 1966 Lincoln Memorial Cent remain both historically meaningful and financially rewarding additions to a well-curated collection. The 1968 Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin is an intriguing and often misunderstood issue within the long-running series. While not a bicentennial coin in the traditional sense, the 1968 D-cent has gained notable attention among collectors due to the possibility of high-grade examples and rare mint errors commanding impressive premiums. For numismatists, the coin represents a transitional era in U.S. coinage, post-silver removal, and during a time of renewed mint mark practices. Its appeal today lies not in its face value, but in the substantial sums that pristine or rare error specimens can achieve in the collector marketplace. Demand remains steady, especially for examples graded in the highest mint state levels. Historically, the 1968 D-cent was struck during a pivotal time in American coin production. The late 1960s marked the return of mint marks to U.S. coins after their temporary removal from 1965 to 1967, a move originally intended to discourage hoarding during the national coin shortage. By 1968, mint marks were reinstated, and the D once again identified coins struck in Denver. The Lincoln Cent itself, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of S. birth, had already become a cornerstone of American numismatics. The memorial reverse, introduced in 1959, symbolized national unity and remembrance, reflecting a cultural emphasis on heritage during a decade of significant social change. In terms of design, the obverse of the 1968 D-cent features Victor David Brenner's right-facing portrait of Lincoln, a design that revolutionized American coinage by placing a real historical figure on a regularly circulating coin. The inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1968 appear alongside the small D mint mark beneath the date. The reverse showcases a Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, with a tiny seated statue of Lincoln visible between the central columns, an intricate detail admired by collectors. Composed primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc, the coin weighs 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. In high-grade red RD condition, the original copper luster gives the coin exceptional eye appeal. What makes the 1968 D-cent particularly interesting is not its base mintage. Over 2.8 billion pieces were struck, but the scarcity of superbly preserved examples. Most coins entered circulation immediately and experienced heavy wear. As a result, coins graded MS66 or higher by leading services are relatively scarce compared to the total mintage. Additionally, certain error varieties, such as double dies, repunched mint marks, RPMs, and off-center strikes, have drawn significant collector interest. These varieties elevate select examples from common pocket change to highly desirable collectibles. Condition is everything when evaluating the 1968 D-cent's rarity. Circulated examples typically trade for only a few cents above face value. However, uncirculated coins with full red luster, designated red by grading services, are more desirable. In grades such as MS65 red, values can range from $10 to $25. At MS66 red, prices may rise to $40 to $75 depending on eye appeal. The true standouts are MS67 red examples, which can command several $100s at auction, with especially attractive pieces occasionally approaching or exceeding $1,000. Error coins, depending on their severity and visibility, may range from $50 to several $100s. Market trends indicate that high-grade Lincoln cents from the late 1960s have steadily appreciated due to registry set competition and the increasing difficulty of locating pristine copper coins free from spots or discoloration. Auction records show that top population specimens, those graded at the highest known levels, often attract spirited bidding. While the 1968 D-cent is not rare in absolute terms, its condition rarity drives its upper-tier market value. Collectors pursuing complete high-grade Lincoln Memorial sets frequently compete for the finest known examples, pushing prices upward. For collectors interested in acquiring a valuable 1968 D-cent, careful examination is essential. Look for sharp striped details in Lincoln's hair in the memorial columns, along with smooth, unblemished surfaces. Original mint luster should be vibrant and free from dulling or carbon spots. Certification from reputable grading services, such as PCGS or NGC, significantly enhances buyer confidence and resale value. Avoid cleaned or artificially brightened coins, as these can lose much of their numismatic worth. Storage also plays a critical role in preserving value. Because the coin is primarily copper, it is susceptible to toning and environmental damage. Collectors should store high-grade examples in climate-controlled conditions using inert holders or certified slabs. Avoid PVC-based materials that can cause long-term chemical reactions. Proper preservation ensures that the coin retains its original red coloration, a key determinant of its premium value. Although sometimes mistakenly described as bicentennial, the 1968 D. Lincoln Memorial Cent does not commemorate a specific 200-year anniversary. Its significance instead lies in its place within the broader Lincoln cent timeline and the renewed use of mint marks. For enthusiasts, it serves as a reminder that even common-date coins can become valuable when preserved in exceptional condition or when unique mint errors are present. This dynamic underscores the importance of close inspection and careful collecting. In conclusion, the 1968 D. Lincoln Memorial 1 cent stands as a compelling example of how condition and rarity intersect to create numismatic value. While billions are produced, only a tiny fraction survive in superb mint state grades, and those examples command impressive premiums in today's market. Its historical roots tied to its classic memorial design and the competitive nature of modern registry, collecting ensures continued appeal. For both new and experienced collectors, the coin offers an accessible entry point with the exciting possibility of discovering a high-grade or rare error specimen worth far more than 1 cent, making it a fascinating and worthwhile pursuit in modern American coin collecting.